Welcome to another episode of That's Some Crazy Shit with Kelly and James. I am Kelly, and the dude next to me is James. What's up, dude?
What is going on, my co-host? Everything is good here in That's Some Crazy Shit Broadcast Tower, Utah location.
I'm glad to see that you're back in the towers. So the towers open for business again. COVID restrictions have been laxed a little bit now.
Yeah, I thought I'd come into the office, get out of the house.
Okay, that's cool. That's cool. I'm still in the house, right? Haven't been able to get to the office, but one day I hope to make it.
No hurry, no rush.
Yeah, I know. You're enjoying yourself. I get it.
I like coming into the office every now and then.
Making all the lackeys do all your bullshit tasks for you, huh?
Yeah, I need to get someone who can make me a decent cup of coffee, though. Jeez.
Yeah, well, I told you, what to do. Start grinding your own beans.
I just want someone to make my damn coffee.
Just saying.
No, I should grind my own beans.
Yeah, start grinding your own beans.
I like coffee.
It is a better cup of coffee. It is. So, James, today, believe it or not, we have a guest.
Oh,
Yeah, we do. Yeah, we are going to talk about hypnosis.
We had talked about getting a hypnosis person come on. And remember, and I was like, yeah, but what happens if I get stuck like a chicken?
Well, that didn't happen.
Yeah.
And, hypnosis is some crazy shit. Hypnosis, you always see like the people that, get on stage and can make you do crazy stuff and all that stuff. But there's also a lot more to hypnosis. And actually, we are going to be talking to Shelly Stockwell Nicholas, PhD. She is the president of International Hypnosis Federation. And she trains and certifies counselors and coaches and spiritual counselors and hypnotists, and teaches you how to hypnotize yourself. This woman has written 25 books, and she says she's did it all through hypnosis.
That's impressive.
Yes.
Not only is she a doctor, has a doctorate, but to write that many, author that many books, she knows what she's talking about.
Yeah, she's been on hundreds of radio and TV shows. She's been on NBC, ABC, BBC. She's been on on London Daily, so she's international, Australia, Entrepreneur Magazine, Letterman, Donahue. Remember Donahue?
I remember Phil Donahue, that silver-haired fox.
The Other Side, Good Morning America. She's been in the LA Times. This woman has been everywhere. All of her books are available at the hypnosisfederation.com's website.
See, now we're added to that impressive list.
We are now added to that list. That's some crazy shit. Kelly and James.
Yeah.
Right after Good Morning America.
Right on.
Hey, yeah. And she's on our show today, and I am excited. We're going to talk all about hypnosis, and she says anybody can be hypnotized. Because I always wondered that. And she says, yes, anybody can be hypnotized.
Well, let's get to it then.
All right. Well, welcome to the podcast. Hypnotist, founder, Shelly Nicholas. Okay. Shelly, thank you. Welcome to be a part of That's Some Crazy Shit podcast. We are so happy to have you here. Welcome.
Yeah, welcome.
I'm so glad to be here.
It's nice that you would come on and do our podcast. We're excited about what you have to talk about.
Thank you, James. You guys rock.
Well, thank you.
Thank you. So tell the listeners and everybody what it is that you do.
Okay, so I am hip and I gnosis everything. I do hypnosis. And you're hip and you gnosis everything. And everybody watching this is hip and gnosis everything. And so I'm a hypnotist for almost 50 years, and I teach people basically to fall in love with themselves. You gotta love yourself. And the way that works is very simple. There's a part of you and all the people watching here There's a part of you that's wise beyond wise. I call it your higher self, or your all-knowing self, or your all-gnawing self. And that part of you that's so smart and so wise has helped you to survive to this point. You would have never made it as a sperm and an egg even. And look at, there you are, grown human beings. You know, that's a miracle. And so hypnosis is the coolest tool in the world because it allows you to go in and get high with your higher self. It's a tool. It's a tool that's easy to learn, and everybody uses it anyway. They just don't call it hypnosis. And so, you know, have you ever been like driving in your car and you don't remember how you got from here to there? You know, you just, wow.
I call it autopilot.
Yeah.
That's right. And it's also called highway hypnosis or white line hypnosis, because what happens is we get in the flow of things. We're driving down the road, listening to music, thinking about your boyfriend or girlfriend or whatever. But the interesting thing about consciousness, which is what we're really talking about, is part of you that's driving is on automatic pilot, right? But there's another part of you, let's say your best friend's sitting next to you in the seat next to you, and they're telling you all these juicy tidbits about their love life. You're listening fully to that person. You're wide awake to that person. You're just asleep to the highway. So you're in two states of mind. You're in highway hypnosis, but you're in active imagination with your friend. At the same time that's happening, there might be another part of your mind that's saying, you know, she reminds me of my friend in Des Moines. You know, and you're going through an internal dialogue. Those are all altered states. But the coolest thing about hypnosis is you can do it that fast. And I thought it would be fun to teach you self-hypnosis. What do you think?
I am all for it.
Yeah, we were excited about this.
Yes.
Okay.
All for it.
All right. So all the people watching, they can do this too, unless they're driving in their car. And that would be really stupid to do this with me, because I'm going to ask you to close your eyes, you know? But if you can, everybody do this with me. So before we begin, look around where you are. Just check out your world. This is the world according to you. Okay? And you can see and look on the screen and you can see us. This is how we look to you. This is what we might call conscious awareness, right? Now, think of something you want for yourself. Well, it could be anything. Could be that you want more love in your life, you want to make more money, you want to have more fun, you want more friends, you want to stop biting your nails, whatever it is, whatever you want for yourself. But you got something in your mind.
Yes.
Okay, good.
Okay.
Now, this is the simplest thing in the world. We're going to do the exercise, and then we're going to have you look around in the world, and then we're going to see how you feel about your goal. Deal?
Deal.
All right. Good. So you're going to close your eyes and just relax your eyelids and pretend that they're like window shades. You just closed your window shades over your eyes for a minute and breathe in, and with your eyes closed, look up. So you're going to breathe in, looking up with your eyes closed. And then when you breathe out, whenever you'd like to, just breathe out and look down with your eyes still closed. We're going to do this again, only this time when you breathe in and hold it for a minute, and you breathe out, you're going to let out a nice little sound. So let's breathe in, hold it, looking up. And when you let it out, just and let it out. You know that sound you make when you fall into a chair after a long day and just feels so good to relax. So again, with eyes closed, looking up, hold it. And with your eyes still closed, looking down, and and you can imagine now that you're looking way, way down to your belly button with your eyes closed. And you can notice that you're relaxing more with each breath you take. And your eyelids just don't feel like opening. I mean, you could try and open them and discover they don't feel like opening. The harder you try, the less they want to open. So that's the feeling of hypnosis. And because you're in this nice state of mind, you can think about that thing you wanted for yourself, whatever that is, and just wrap your mind around it. In other words, you can see it or feel it or smell it or taste it or hear it or intuit it. However you do it is perfect. And just let that idea of what you want just roll through your body and mind. and call upon the part of your mind that is wise beyond wise. Your higher self, your all-knowing self, your all-knowing self, your wise guy, your wise gal, the one that knows that this ain't no crazy shit, this is the real deal. This is your mind. And it came with you as a gift from the universe. And so take a deep breath. And now imagine that what you're thinking of is a done deal. It's already happened. In time and space, it's already a done deal. And notice how you're feeling about yourself and how you're acting and how you're looking and how people are looking at you or thinking about you or feeling about you. And just wrap your mind around that. And you've just learned a law of the mind. Your eyes are still closed. The law of the mind is the power to imagine something like you're doing now is the identical power that makes it real. And the fact that you're imagining it right now means it's already happened energetically in the world. It's a done deal. Power to imagine makes it real. And that's the gift of consciousness or hypnosis, because you are hip and you gnosis everything. Now take a deep breath, let it out, and smile on yourself. Smile all over yourself. You can even laugh all over yourself if you like. And then very gently, whenever you're ready, just open your eyes and look around your world very slowly and notice if your world looks a little brighter or a little fuzzier. If there's a subtle shift in the way you perceive things. And what do you notice, Kelly?
The room is brighter.
Brighter. Yeah. And how about you, James? What do you notice?
It seems, this may sound odd, but things are more focused.
More focused. So very good. Now think about the thing that you just manifested in time and space. And how do you feel or think when you're thinking about that right now?
Good.
Yeah,
It's good.
I do. I'm good.
It's good. It works.
It's good.
Listen, I've written 25 books because I hypnotize myself. I am so lazy, I would have never written one book, but hypnosis works. When you go in, you motivate yourself toward whatever your goal is. And what a hypnotist really does when people say, what do you do? You know, are you going to make me bark like a dog or cluck like a chicken? I always go, well, if you want to, you could. But
Can you make Kelly do that?
We could do that, yes. But what I'm really trying to say is that you are the creator of your thoughts, and it puts you more in the driver's seat of your thoughts. And so you become conscious of consciousness itself. And, you know, this is a really good thing because what a hypnotist really does is they wake you up from stupid trances and make you go into smarter trances. Okay? So, I mean, a stupid trance would be I drink until I fall over in a dead faint. You know, that's stupid. It's not good for your body. A stupid trance might be, you know, I slash my wrists all the time or whatever. That's stupid. Okay. But it's not that you're stupid. It's just a bad habit that's not working, obviously. So you get hypnotized to go into a better habit, let's say. But the most fun part about hypnosis is you get high. You just feel good. And there's all kinds of tools that you can do with hypnosis. You know, there's neurolinguistic programming, and there's mindfulness, and there's past life regression, there's future life progression, there's between life journeys, there's spiritual hypnosis. There's so many different arenas that you go into. But the bottom line is so simple. You become the master of your mind, or a mastermind. And isn't that what we all want, is to master our thoughts?
Yeah.
Because if you master your thoughts, you'd probably be happy.
Hypnosis sounds a lot like meditation, right?
Yes, it is. And that was very astute of you, because meditation has different goals also. But one goal of meditation is to clear your mind. But one of the goals of hypnosis is to focus your mind. But in some meditations, you do focus your mind. And in some hypnosis, you do clear your mind. Another way of thinking of hypnosis is the scientific word for prayer.
Okay.
So when you're deep in prayer, I don't know if you're prayerful, but if you're deep in prayer or meditation, you can actually have an intention going in. And that's what we did. Didn't we do that when we started this little exercise? Now, a lot of people suffer from what I call IDD, Intention Deficit Disorder. They don't know what they want, or they don't even ask what they're thinking. And sometimes we have been hypnotized from a very early age by our parents. So, I mean, if your parents said, God, you're ugly, or how could you be so stupid? You might really think you're ugly and stupid, because that's a very powerful hypnotic suggestion from a person who's determining whether you live or die, right? If you don't please the mommy with the milk, you don't get the milk and you keel over. If you don't please the daddy, you might get other consequences. Don't please the siblings, you might have other complications from it. So we learn to hypnotize ourselves and believe what we're taught at a very young age. And some of those beliefs are stupid. Some are not. Some were right then, but they're not working anymore. So for example, were either of you hypnotized to finish everything on your plate?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Now that's great when you're a kid and you've got to eat your vegetables, let's say. But it's not okay if you're roly-poly now and you're not feeling well and your arteries are clogged and you can't barely get out of bed. That's not as cool as it was when you were a kid finishing everything on your plate. So as a hypnotist, let's say one of you wanted to lose weight. The first thing I would do is I would hypnotize you to lose weight, not to lose weight, but to release weight. And I would say, if you told me I always finish everything on my plate, I always leave something on my plate. I always leave something on my plate. Just a simple reversal like that can change everything. Because, a lot of people, they don't eat everything on the plate. They eat everything on everyone else's plate.
Mine would be, you don't need sugar.
Oh, yeah. I have a CD called No More Sugar Junkie. That's how I became a hypnotist, because I was a sugar junkie. And I went to a hypnotist almost 50 years ago, and this guy hypnotized me to not eat sugar, and it worked.
Yeah, that would be mine. No sugar.
Stay away from French fries, James.
Okay, would you like me to hypnotize you both to get over French fries and sugar right now?
I would like, yes. Sugar would be better for me, Shelly, because I'm
going to hypnotize you both to get over sugar.
Okay.
And anyone watching, that's some crazy shit right now. If you want to get over something, you can do this with us. Okay, deal? Everybody out there, I know you're listening. Okay, deal. All right. Now, take a deep breath in. Let it out. Close your eyes. Let those window shades close over your beautiful eyes. And relax your eyelids so much that they don't feel like opening. And when you've done a really good job of relaxing your eyelids, go ahead and test them only to discover, well, they don't feel like opening. The harder you try, the less they want to open. So you stop trying to open them and just take a deep breath in and look up with your eyes closed. And you look down with your eyes closed. That's right. Now, just take it easy for a minute and imagine there's a table in front of you. You might see the table. You might just sense its presence, or you might feel it or smell it or taste it, however you do your table, right? And make a nice tablecloth on it. And now put on that table all those sweet, delicious things that you have always salivated over that you like. Just put them on the table. Make sure they have their nice wrappers, because somebody spent a lot of money to wrap them up and sell them to you because they want to make money off of you. So you got them all on the table, all the sugary, all the junk food, whatever it is. And let me know with a nod of your head if you've got it on the table. Really stack that table. Very good. Now, you've done a really good job of thinking of those things, or what that thing or whatever. And now we're going to do something naughty. I promise, just for a minute. Take a deep breath in, with your eyes still closed. think of the most gross, disgusting, violent, awful thing that you would never, ever put in your mouth. I mean, it is like shit, pardon the expression, but something so gross and so vile and so disgusting that it wouldn't matter if they paid you $1 million, you would not put that in your mouth. Are you thinking of that disgusting thing? Okay, smear it all over the stuff on the table. Smear it on top of it, underneath it, let it permeate through the packaging, let it go all over the tablecloth. Make that just one big heap of yuck. Okay, got it? Okay, it's disgusting. You don't want it anymore. Now go ahead and let's get a big bulldozer to come on and push that table and that tablecloth and all those things and push it into a big pit in the ground and cover it with earth. Just bury it into the earth because the earth is a great recycler. Just bury it under the ground, under the earth. That's right. Now let's plant some flowers on top. We got some flowers. Make some beautiful flowers because, you know, flowers grow from poo-poo sometimes, right? Take a deep breath, keep your eyes closed. And now let's put out a new table. This is a beautiful table with a nice fresh tablecloth. And let's put on that table something you'd rather be eating. Fresh fruits and vegetables, whole grains, lean meats or fish or whatever you want. And make the healthiest choices right now. Just put it on the table there. And it's a feast waiting for you because your body is saying, every little cell in my body is happy. Every little cell in my body is well. Thank you for this food. Thank you for this nourishment. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. And just smile on yourself. Smile very big. Smile all over yourself because now you're making good, healthy food choices. And you eat until you're full. And then you stop eating. But you eat healthy foods. Nourishing, lean, and green is your motto. You are what you eat. That's all you need to know. Good food is fuel that makes you laugh and know that you're perfect. Take a deep breath and smile on yourself. That's right. And now it's a done deal. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Open your eyes and come back. Come back, come back, come back. Look around the world. Again, it looks good. And look at each other and look at me. We all got better looking. And now here's the question. Would you like some sugar right now?
Not at this time, no.
No, thank you. And this will stick forever and ever. You just changed your attitude about it. Isn't that cool?
That is cool.
You know, it's funny because at one point I thought I was going to gag while we were doing it.
I know, it's gross. And that's going to happen the next time somebody tries to give you that junk. You don't want it. It's disgusting.
Well, I'm glad we didn't do French fries then.
There you go. You could have a French fry. But you'll just eat until you're full and then you'll just stop. You know, it's so funny. I was at dinner with my husband and a friend and they said, you know, Shelly, every time we have dinner together, you say, I'm full, and you push your plate away. And it occurred to me, that's because I'm hypnotized. And I'm hypnotized to stop eating when I'm full. And I didn't realize I was saying it out loud, but they pointed it out to me. I always push the plate just a little away and say, I'm full.
That's
So
interesting.
it's really funny. One suggestion can last a lifetime. Sometimes it doesn't. Sometimes you have to get a refresher, you know, get conditioned, let's say. But hypnosis is such a cool tool, and that's why I love it. I mean, I've been doing it so long. To me, it's the best tool I've ever learned.
Wow.
Isn't that cool?
It is very cool. So the International Hypnosis Federation, what is it that you do? Do you help people like become certified to be hypnotists or,
Yeah.
you know, so how does that work?
So first of all, the International Hypnosis Federation was started because we wanted to promote mind, body, and spirit for hypnosis. And we wanted to support our members to be abundant and help the world. We think we're going to change the world one person at a time. So you can go to hypnosisfederation.com. We have a website. And people join the International Hypnosis Federation, whether they're hypnotists or not. But our registered hypnotists are there to help. And we have a cool thing on Facebook called Free Hypnosis-IHF, Free Hypnosis-IHF, where people can, learn a lot about hypnosis for free, because I teach it and some of my instructors teach it. And we really think hypnosis is a life-changing tool for everybody, because right now, especially in the world, we're being hypnotized by television and by the media. We're being bombarded with all kinds of hypnosis, and some of it may be okay, but some of it may not be okay. And the only judge of what's okay and what isn't okay is you.
Right.
You've got to check in with your higher self and say, am I going to buy that product? Am I going to buy that concept? Am I going to elect that official? Am I going to do this or that? And it takes a kind of self-reflection to make choices. And it keeps you from doing the wrong thing, like I said. So IHF, International Hypnosis Federation, dedicated to our members, to our people that want to be better people, basically. And I train people to be hypnotists, mindful instructors, coaches, past life regressionists, NLP practitioners.
What is that, Shelly?
NeuroLinguistic programming. NeuroLinguistic programming is an offshoot of hypnosis that started in the 1970s. It was the humanistic psychology movement. You may have heard of that. There were a lot of people, old-time psychologists and hypnotists, who thought that you can use the power of words and energy to change behavior. And so there was a guy named Fritz Perls and his wife Laura Perls. They were really instrumental in calling Gestalt therapy. There was Virginia Satir, she was a psychologist. There was Milton Erickson, who did double talk to put people in trance. There were all these names in the field, but they were all on the same page in terms of honoring each individual with their own inner wisdom. And that's the really cool thing. So NLP is just, it's like another toolbox for hypnosis. That's all.
I like it. So you've been doing this a long time, and this time that you've been doing it, how has the attitude changed about hypnosis?
Oh, it's changed so much, James. You wouldn't believe it. I remember maybe about 45 years ago, I was speaking to a men's group. I think I was at a golf course or Elks or Lions Club, and there was just a sea of men. There were no women, right? And I'm up there talking about hypnosis. And first thing, the guy introduces me as a hypnotist, and then he goes, "Don't look at me. Don't look at me. You're not going to hypnotize me, are you?" And I said, "I already have." And of course, everybody laughed. But then what was so interesting is after my talk, this man raises his hand and he says, "Excuse me, Shelly, but why would a nice young girl like you want to teach something weird like this? I mean, don't you feel like you're swimming upstream?" And I said, "Yeah, but when you swim upstream, you know what you get to do at the top." And then he
everything
said,
flows down.
And
down
then he says,
stream.
"Yeah, but then you die." And I said, "Yeah, but what a way to go."
Go off the bang.
So the truth of the matter is, now when I speak about hypnosis, people are so stoked and they know about it more and more. It's become very popular. And if somebody's uptight about hypnosis, a lot of hypnotists say we're doing mindfulness. Right now, people are selling mindfulness. It's just hypnosis in a tuxedo. It's no new thing. It's the same thing we've been teaching all along. And NLP, just another hypnosis game. But hypnosis has been used for over 5,000 years. It was written about on the ancient papyruses of ancient Egypt. Wow. As a matter of fact, the first hypnosis formula said, "Put a boy upon the stone and do the sacred prayer." We don't know what that is. And then go, "Hooey, hooey, hooey," 9 times, and he'll do as you tell him. So that was the hypnosis formula, and that's 5,000 years old.
So
now I work with kids, Shelly, so I might try this. I'm going to have them sit on their desk and I'm going to scream hooey, hooey,
hooey, hooey, hooey. Oh, you got to do a prayer or something.
Well, as long as you record it, James, because I want to see you get up on the desk and yell hooey, hooey, hooey.
Hey, James, just have them close their eyes and look up and look down like we just did, and then have them tell them, when I speak at schools, I speak a lot at high schools and colleges and even elementary schools. I always think about what does this kid like? What does he want? So if I'm hypnotizing third graders, what are the age groups you're hypnotizing?
2nd through 4th.
Okay, so in that age group, you have them close their eyes and imagine that they are their own superhero. And you imagine that as their own superhero, they do their homework and get straight A's. It's easy for them. And as their own superhero, they're the top of their game when they play their sports. And as their own superhero, they get along with their family, whatever it is, okay? And you just keep implying that they're their superhero, and you will not believe the results you'll get. It's crazy good. And don't call it hypnosis because you're in a school system.
Right.
Just tell them to close their eyes and pretend they're their superhero.
If anyone in the school board is listening, I am not doing hypnosis.
No, you are not. You are just using the power of imagination to be a superhero because they do it every day anyway, don't they?
That's true. That is true. I like it.
Yeah, it's great. It's the coolest tool. It's so cool.
So, Shelly, I have a question. When you see these hypnotists hypnotizing people, making them do things, making burning them, but them not feeling it. Is that real? Is that hypnotism?
Yes, it's real because, for example, I've had root canals done with no drugs, no Novocaine, because I used hypnosis. It's really kind of a detachment. You know what I mean? You sort of detach from it. It's not your arm being burned, I guess. Also, there's some places that are not as sensitive as others. Like I had one client want me to put a needle through his arm. Okay, well, this part isn't very sensitive. You can stick a needle in the arm really easily, okay? I was suspended between two chairs. Let's see if, I have a picture here. This is one of my students, but I'm hypnotizing her between two chairs, right?
Wow.
So that's easy to do because you give her the suggestion, your body is stiff and rigid as a piece of steel, and the body becomes very stiff and rigid. The person then just does that. The first time I was ever hypnotized, I was 21 years old, and Pat Collins hypnotized me at Hollywood and Vine at a nightclub. And I was the one between the two chairs. And as I'm stretched between these two chairs, I am thinking to myself, maybe I'm hypnotized. I don't think I'd normally do this. And then some guy stands on me. And I'm thinking, now I really don't think I would do this. But it didn't hurt because I was just completely in that suggestion. And it's just the power of suggestion, but you hypnotize yourself all day long anyway. You might as well take charge of it.
Yeah, that is very true. That is very true. Shelly, it has been such a pleasure having you and learning, these tips. You said you've written 25 books. Are they all available on Amazon?
They're not available on Amazon, but they're available at ihf@cox.net or
Gotcha.
at hypnosisfederation.com, ihf@cox.net or hypnosisfederation.com. And you can get my books. And I love to talk to people on the phone. So feel free to call me, So can I give my phone number?
You sure can.
It's 310-541-4844, 310-541-4844. And I love to hear people's stories because hypnosis has helped so many people with pain-free childbirth or giving up bad habits. Or right now I'm doing forensic hypnosis. I'm helping cold case detectives solve old crimes by helping victims or witnesses recall what they saw or witnessed. And it's just been a wonderful career for me because I feel like I'm really of service because the bad guys get caught.
Wow. That is fascinating.
I know.
It's
great stuff. Great stuff.
It really is. Shelly, again, thank you so much for being on That Some Crazy Shit. I really enjoyed speaking with you. It's been really fun.
It was a pleasure.
I enjoy learning about hypnosis because I think there's a lot of misinformation out there. So it's nice.
Come to California and study with me. I'll train you.
Cool. I might take you up on that.
That would be nice.
That would be fantastic. Again, thank you so much. I appreciate you being here.
Bye,
Thank
Kelly.
you.
Bye, James. Nice to hang with you.
Wow, at one point, I was gagging when I was thinking when she was hypnotizing us. I was like gonna gag. It's what your mind can do. So this should be interesting to kind of watch and see where this goes.
Yeah, it is. You know what? I just liked her personality and her willingness to teach you these things and show you these things, and how she's how she just gave out her phone number. Who does that?
Oh, you're serious. It's like, you're just buddies. Hey, give me a call, shoot me a text. Here's my number.
Yeah, and she just wants to help. So I think that I'm going to reach out to her, and I want her to come back because we can talk about, if you haven't looked at her list of books, it is impressive. And she can talk about many, many topics. And like I said, hypnosis is very similar to meditation. Meditation is almost like it's like self-hypnosis, where you're breathing and you're just trying to clear your mind and just kind of be in the moment. I think it's kind of cool, but in her book, she has a lot of different topics. We just scratched the surface with her.
I would like to do past lives with her.
Yeah, that's one of the things that she talked about.
Yeah.
So we can definitely talk about that with her, invite her to come back. You can get to our website if you go to
thatsomecrazyshitpodcast.com.
And you can check out all of our social media. The links to all of our social media are there. The link, you can read James's blog. You can even go listen to past episodes. And while you're at it, you can also join our YouTube channel, because YouTube is coming. Video is coming. I promise. Just don't know when, but it is coming. We're working on it. It's more involved than I thought it was going to be, actually, but it's coming. We just need to put a video out there and see.
Rush.
I know, but actually sometimes in these types of situations, you just have to put a video out there and see what happens, right?
So kind of plunge with both feet.
Or rip off the Band-Aid.
Rip off the Band-Aid, that always sucks too.
Jump off the cliff.
Well, let's roll that one back. Jump off the cliff into water,
jump off the cliff into water.
Okay, yeah.
Right? Like a bungee jump situation. I'm saying do the things that make you scared. You just have to kind of push yourself. Like if you're going to go skydiving, there just comes a point where you just have to step out of the plane.
You just got to jump, or they push you.
Got to jump. Yeah, or you're going to get pushed. So that's what I'm saying about, maybe we just need to just put a video out there, knowing that it's not going to be perfect, knowing that they'll probably never be perfect, but we put a video out there. And so that's where I'm at.
We're getting there,
We're getting there. We are getting there. But next week, guess what? We have another guest.
We've had lots of guests, and we could go lots of guests in a row. It's just that we like to break it up with me and you.
Mm-hmm. No, but the guests are cool. So next week we have another guest. As always, I enjoy our time together. I don't have anything else.
No, I thought Shelly was really good. Check out all her books and stuff, you guys. Like I said, maybe reach out. Who gives out their number? That's pretty cool. So all our pod people, reach out to her. Until then, Kelly, keep your minds open.
Toodles.